What's up, everybody? I initially wasn't going to do this, but a guy commented on YouTube, a guy wrote me a message on YouTube, I got a Facebook message. They were all asking for me to talk about the third-party reveals from Tfcon Chicago. I just can't say no to you guys. I wasn't planning on doing it because I did the Tfcon coverage video, but I just can't say. My heart's too big. That's my problem. Just too much love to give. I got love on tap. So let's get into it. So B-Mog is doing Battle Beast. Okay, good. But here's my issue with this. He was doing those bears that turn into guns and platypuses that turn into chainsaws because he didn't want to step on any intellectual property toes. Come on, man. I'm just calling a spade. And as if Battle Beast weren't enough, he's giving us Bob, which I love. And I will be getting this. I need a Bob in my life, so to speak. I love it. I'll be getting this. But I just, I guess this is because of the Shapeways Hasbro deal, I would imagine. But, I don't know. Like, I know Trent Troop's a respected guy in the community. I'm not bad-mouthing him. But there seems like some wishy-washy kind of elements going on here. Yeah, I know he's working with Rick now with Play With This too. Rick's a good dude. I've spoken to Rick at length, so I don't know. I'm getting the Bob, though. Play With This 2 is doing these pretender shells, basically. Like I said, I've spoken to Rick. Rick's an awesome dude. But the problem that I have with this is that I don't understand what's going on. I think you got to pay for the head through a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter, and then that eventually will pay for some bodies. And, is Trent Troops involved who doesn't want to step on any intellectual property toes? You got Aaron Archer, who last year said third party is a bunch of thieves, basically, and now he's a third party guy. It just goes to show, man, that like this moral stand and this moral high ground that people get up on. I respect all these gentlemen. I mean, if it weren't for Aaron Archer, we wouldn't even have MPO1. People don't even realize that. So I have respect for these guys, but I'm just like, these people, they take this moral stand on intellectual property, and they take this moral stand on copyrights and owned material. But then the first chance, it reminds me of the Joker in Dark Knight. When when he's like, when the chips are down, these civilized people, they'll eat each other. That's kind of what I see here. I mean, I understand that Hasbro owns the license. Okay, I get it. But when you put something out, an idea, do you own that idea anymore? See, that's my problem with things like this. It's my problem with George Lucas going back and putting dancing Muppets in Return of the Jedi, is that, dude, you don't own that movie anymore. You might think you do, you might own the rights to it, but you don't own it anymore. That belongs to the people. Once you create something and you put it out, it's no longer yours. You've given it away. And it's a beautiful thing, as long as you accept that agreement with the people. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox. We're getting a bunch of new Legends figures from a third-party company, and for all the Legends collectors, lucky, it's your day. So, there you go. You can now spend probably $30 to $50 on a Legends figure, so you got that going for you. Send me $20. You got money to buy $60 Legends, send me $20. TFC's First Aid. I like him. I like him a lot. He's chunky, but I'm okay with that. And TFC is really nailing the faces on these protective bots, which, in my opinion, the faces have kind of been TFC's Achilles heel in the past. I think that the faces for the Predaking individual bots are all wonky. I think that the ones for Superion are like hit or miss, and then the ones for Devastator, I think, are their best efforts, and even those aren't 100%. But these faces have been spot on, and I love them. I love Streetwise. I love Groove. I'm getting First Aid. I think he looks fantastic. I think he has a very G1 feel, but I also think he has a little bit of a design nod to IDW. I'm sold. Blades, not so much. Blades looks fine. He'll do. Helicopter mode looks brilliant, and he's going to be in basically a helicopter mode for his combined mode, which is how he'll be on my shelf, so okay, we're even Steven, good to go. I think there's some proportion issues with Blades. There's stuff that just looks a little off to me, and the fact that he has a giant mammary gland on the back of his head really kind of rubs me the wrong way. Defensor, I'm not ready to pass judgment on quite yet. I'm in for him. I have an affinity for rescue vehicles. I'm in for him. I'm going to get the Make Toys one too, but I'm in on this guy. I wish in this picture, I mean, we've seen it now, but I wish in this picture they'd put the limbs in the right mode. And it's like, who's working on this, man? What I love about third party is that third party feels like they're the guys that love the material, but then you get something like this and it's like, who's the intern that did this number? Toy World's Grimlock. Not for me. It's not for me. I think it looks dumb. I think the dinosaur mode looks especially stupid. And I think the problem is that they're making it a combiner. So they got to figure out a place to put all these combiner elements. And as a result, they slap it on the back. And I think the proportions look weird. I think that the head looks especially funny. I don't think the tail's long enough. For $100, it's just not going to be spending any time in my lovely home. I can't do it. I think the robot mode looks great, and then we have Slag, which is the exact opposite. I think the robot mode looks silly, and I think that the dinosaur mode looks great. So it's just like, I don't know. For those going in on, I mean, Yule, shout out to Yule. If you don't know Yule, you should get to know him. He's a good dude, but like he's getting like all the third-party Dinobots, all of them. It's a lot of money, Yule. Send me $20, Yule, and get better too. So we had the Toy World Grand, and it's cool. It's a niche thing. It's a, you know, so it's just I don't know. It's small, right? I don't know. I don't know much about it. I don't have. It was $120, and now it's going for a killing on eBay. But yeah, it's like an articulated G1, right? And good on them. It's not. I have limited to no interest in this. I think that Make Toys is obviously going to be doing all the big city bots, and I'm probably just going to get behind them. KFC is doing Junkions. If they're of the Sencho level, awesome. Awesome. If they are of anything else they've ever made level, not so awesome. I think KFC is in a very transitional period right now, and they need to be very careful. I think this blaster is going to say a lot. I got the blaster pre-ordered, so I will be taking a look at him. If the blaster's good, I'll probably go in on the junk bots. If the blaster's trash, then probably not. And why didn't they make the one Junkion with the visor face? That's my favorite one. Nobody ever gives him any love. KFC's other company is doing, like, if you don't know, KFC and X-Transbots is, I mean, my Ollie came with a KFC packaging tape on it. X-Transbots has not made one great tool, in my opinion. And they're making Masterpiece Scourge, which I'm interested in, but I just don't want it to suck. And the big news was that X-Transbots is doing a Megatron. Why? I mean, I'm gonna get it. The mold looks great. I've seen it in person. But why did it have to be X-Transbots? Why did I have to just get Wheelie? And now I realize it's the same company making Megatron. Like, why? Why couldn't it have been Fans Toys? Why couldn't it have been MMC? Why couldn't it have been Fans Project? Why couldn't it have been Mattel? Why couldn't it have been Parker Brothers? Why couldn't it have been Iggy Azalea with a modeling kit? Why couldn't it have been Demi Moore with some potting clay? Why couldn't it be your average 6-year-old with a bucket of Legos? Why couldn't it have been literally any builder anywhere building anything? Why couldn't it have been the people that built the Leaning Tower of Pisa? Why couldn't it have been the guy that designed the Segway? Why couldn't it have been the same people that made the Snuggie? Why couldn't it have been the same creative team that made Last Action Hero? Why couldn't it have been George Lucas right after coming off the filming of Phantom Menace? Why couldn't it have been the entire staff responsible for the Green Lantern movie? I wish it could be designed by the same people that decided to close Chick-fil-A on Sundays. I wish it could be done by the people that created your average string of Christmas lights, but didn't create the way to wrap them up nicely so they don't get all a tangled mess when you go to get them out the following year. I wish it could be designed by the people that managed Circuit City, Kmart, People's Drug Store, and Woodward and Lothrop and Hex. Anybody who's ever installed a bathroom sink anywhere and has not clearly put some sort of identifying label on which handle is hot and which one is cold. I wish it could be designed by them. I wish it could be designed by the guy that makes those package sealed things like headphones come in, or sometimes like a razor and you can't get it open, you cut your fingers doing it. I wish it could be designed by them. You know those paper towel machines where you're like waving your hand to try to get the paper towel and no paper towels come? You feel like you're a vampire or something, like there's no life in your body and you keep waving your hand to try to get a paper towel out but no paper towels ever come? So then you get angrier and angrier, you finally get one to come out, just one little one, so you got to do it again and again and again like 18 billion times in order to get 3 paper towels. I wish it was designed by them. Let's move on. Mastermind Creations Lockdown. I'll probably get it. They give you just enough to not know what the f you're looking at, but I'll probably get it. And they teased a Masterpiece scaled Mirage. And I got news for you. I've been around the block a few times. I'm not buying it. It's not that I'm not buying the piece. I would buy the piece if they made it. I'm not buying that they're actually making this. I think that this is a... Hey, what do you say we stop Unique Toys from making some money? Sounds good to me. Take that picture of that race car, paint Mirage on it, and we'll say we're making it. We're totally not making it, but you know, I think that's what it was. Planet X is continuing to stab at it, and good on them. It's a very niche thing, but I think that this boat has kind of sailed for them, unfortunately. I have respect for perseverance. Make Toys tailgate. I love it. I'm more excited about the tailgate than I am about the Megatron because I know the tailgate will be done well and I love the character and I love their love for the character. It's obvious, it comes across blatantly, it will be superb. Not unlike their Swerve. It will be superb. You'll have a nice little MIDI shelf. That's my more than meets the eye acronym. Forget it. And Fans Project teased the Dino King. Here's my questions. Are they going to come with Pretender shells? If they are, I'm probably going to wait for them to repaint it as Monstructor. If they're not, then game on. Can you get enough repaints out of this and their other combiners to do a Terra concept for cheap? I'm anxious to see this. I'm anxious to see the size. They showed a Monstructor there. There's some issues of whether or not that was Fans Project's Monstructor or somebody else's Monstructor. But they showed a Monstructor there. I couldn't get a real good look at it, but I definitely couldn't compare it to any size. But I want Monstructor to kind of be huge. Not a super exciting reveal this year, but maybe that'll give my pockets a break, because third party has been beating me up here recently, but I shall forge on, because winners never quit, and quitters never win. Third party is a lot like cigarettes. Never too late to start. That's a joke. Don't smoke because Skullface. Don't put that evil on me. Anyway, thanks for your support. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter and Instagram and all that madness. I'm out there. So come be a nerd at the cool table with your old Uncle Skullface. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.